2010. Kitsara and Sukathon amongst the goal scorers that day. 2012 is the first time that Timor-Leste managed to beat Laos. They won by 3-1. That scoreline is much needed here for them to reclaim top spots for the first time since match day number 1. It's going to be a free kick. Is it going to be a throw? It is a throw to Laos. So the rumchong need to be a lot more vocal, a lot more involved now with the exit of Kamping Sayavuti. It's going to be offside anyway. That's the reason why Sukathon showed no interest in getting to the ball from Fadavi. Sauzinho. Game against Myanmar was the first time that Timor-Leste kept a clean sheet in the Suzuki Cup. So his name will forever be etched in the history books for them. It's good control by Marquinhos. Have the ball snatched away just as quickly from him. Sukathon can run all he wants, but he's not going to keep that ball in play. See him was gesturing onto the ball, played it behind the defense. Sukathon's almost the out-and-out striker now in the second half, with Konsavan Siavong playing the Sukathon role just behind him. Angisu. Piero bellowing yet again, wanting a lot more urgency from his players. Fonseca didn't start at the first game, the number 11, then started against Myanmar, did so well that he's kept his place in the side. As versatile as you get, able to play down the left or right. Aurelio's touch is a very good one. It's taken away from Adelino by Sina Conveng. Here's Adelino, almost second to the ball again. He did win possession back. Gisu. Eusebio. And here's Giogo. Space in front of him, opening up just for him to run onto. Trying to get Chiquito involved. Number 19, who's been asked to go right up front and support Murillo the same way that Fabiano always does when the two of them pair up together. It was okay. The referee was side by side with it, so he's decided to give it against Timor-Leste. Just a point will suffice for David Booth. Just good work by Fatasai. So that pass. Here's Murillo taking on all comers, including Quetzada. The referee's given a free kick. Players are claiming that you're about 40 yards away. How can you call that? It's about the only way you can bring down Murillo, and Quetzada used all his experience in the world to make sure that he drew him as wide as possible away from goal. Now they've got an opportunity to swing this one right back inside the box. Haven't done much since the opening minutes with their set-piece deliveries. What can Angisu Correa do with this? Too close for the goalkeeper. Yet again well judged by Subtavi. Were delighted by 3 Sukathon strikes. Match day number 2. Back out again. Delighted by proceedings on the pitch against a Timor-Leste squad. The Laotians probably felt they were the most dangerous of the teams chasing them and Myanmar. But Maybe the outsiders were willing to pinch it away from them. Eusebio's made a mistake. The ball played out was a very good one. He has a chance to take a shot. He's opened the space up for himself. Great tackle by Diogo Santos. Lithadet. Sukaphon. Still Sukaphon. Free kick. Challenges is flying in everywhere. Sukaphon bearing the brunt of every one of those. Paulo Martins gets the yellow card from the referee. He's so hard to shake off the ball, Sukaphon Vongching Kam. And there could have been a free kick called even earlier for that, but the referee decided to let play go on because Kyoveng Pet Lithadet found himself in a goal scoring position. Need to feel the brunt of a challenge by Diogo Santos, who's now made 4 blocks to prevent goal scoring opportunities for Laos. One more goal here and surely the shoulders will sink for Timor-Leste. There might be no way back for them. 7 goals, 8 goals already they've scored, which is 3 more than they scored in the whole qualifying campaign of 2012, where they got only 5. Sukaphon, or is it going to be Quetzada? Oh. Goalkeeper saw it very late and made the save, much to the relief and delight of his teammate, who gave him a round of applause and a standing ovation right after that. But they expected the curler to come from Sukaphon, but instead it came from Conservan. Once again, Timor-Leste switch off from the corner. Sukaphon. Lithadet. Lithadet. Wriggling himself clear of one challenge, but not the next. Seika, it was to clear the ball. Lithadet, Sukaphon. And the ball all the way back to Davi. Here's for Davi, for Tasai. Castillo steps in. Still Castillo. Good work from him. They can turn and run now. Fonseca. Unnecessary pullback by Futavi. Totally unacceptable. He had nowhere to go. Someone behind him as well, keeping track. The 20-year-old just hauled his opponents down. Now gives an opportunity for Timor-Leste from a nothing situation for them to create something now. Paulo Martins way too close on Sukaphon. That's the reason why he got the yellow card for it. Diogo. This one's kept in play. Anywhere would do from the defense. Martins. Senakonvieng decides to maintain a bit of calm. He found that was the right time to clear his lines. Diogo. Looking for Chiquito. Was that a free kick? Referee beside it is saying that's okay. Eusebio, time to turn. Spot a teammate, which no one was really running up front for him to produce a pass. The pass from Ankisu was easily cut out. Diogo takes control. Still Diogo. This is good ball control and a powerful run by Diogo. Diogo ran into trouble though. Still Diogo. He gets himself up. Ball flicked inside the box. Anywhere would do. Laos taking forever to clear it, and they finally do, with the Timor-Leste players sprawled all over the ground, trying to force the ball into the back of the net. Sukaphon nips in front, gets it superbly. Still Sukaphon. That's a yellow card, surely, by Fonseca. Sukaphon too clever, too quick. Saison. Diogo, yet again using his strength to gain the advantage. He looks very shattered, doesn't he? Right in front of the microphone. Marquinhos, who claims his innocence and holds that he didn't do anything at all. David Booth is trying to get his players out of the way and make sure that they don't get involved. So it's very smart play from David Booth, saying leave it to the referee. It was a stamp, wasn't it? Marquinhos, Antonio Marco Sosa, if you like, the latest to go into the referee's books. And he is losing possession of the ball. Gisu, Eusebio, Fonseca, almost dropped just nicely. Shots was never going to threaten the goalkeeper or the goal from Marquinhos. Plays for Celantia in Brazil, Antonio Marco Sosa. But it's the other Sosa, Rodrigo Sosa and Patrick Fabiano, that they missed tremendously. Just the running and Sosa's ability to string the passes together in the center of the pitch. Adelino, it's going to be a free kick. Murillo do well to let someone else take this and go right into the box. Instead, he wants the ball straight away. Here's Murillo. Taken away from him. Anguissu passed up on the shot, decided to go with Fonseca. It's not a ball that's thrown up in the air. So the only problem was that Adelino was jumping afterwards, probably one of the smallest players on the pitch. Lovely 1-2 worked out between Sena Kombieng and here's Sukafon to finish this off as a contest. Sukafon Bongchenkam. It's all over now. A player in form with his 4th goal of the tournament. Forced to lead the line with the exit of Kamfeng Sayavuti in the second half. And he's done exemplary well. He held himself, held the line, made sure he was onside, and that's the way you finish it. Murillo, who's much more prolific as a centre forward, failed to do so in the first half. Sukafon shows him how you do it in the second for Laos. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. He was never going to miss that. With his ability, you thought he might even dink it over the goalkeeper, but no nonsense. Right to the back of the net, past it right there, beyond Sauzino, beyond Timor-Leste's wildest dreams now of getting into the next phase. Laos are as good as there. Remember, they only needed a point to qualify. Murillo trying to spark a comeback. Get up, says the referee, who is side by side with the play. Scored a penalty the last time these two sides met in 2012, Murillo. He was hoping that he might get a chance to do so from the spot again. Marquinhos. Free kick. Marquinhos would do well not to lash out. He's already on that yellow card. Castillo says, let's all get inside the box. All the big men, including you, Martins, get inside the box as well. Diogo Santos asked to take this. Well, they let slip a 2-goal lead against Cambodia to lose by 3-2. Is there going to be a comeback of equal proportions in this match now against Laos? Diogo. Brilliant defending. Absolutely brilliant. The shot is on though, it's not over yet. They've controlled it well enough inside the box. That's just a slasher that went wide. Martins, the centre back, with a centre back's finish. Sukafon losing out to Fonseca. Still Fonseca. Suddenly it's Laos coming in with the crunching tackles. Great work that time by Saison. Managing to hook it away just in time. Oh, it's a poor ball. Blamed it on the pitch, Castillo. He shouldn't be giving away like that. Vilayut still. Too many players in front of him to create any sort of soccer sorcery. Laos shouldn't have gone down injured. The referees will stop the play now for the injury to be treated, and the Timor-Leste players are not happy with it because they wanted to play on. Well, the 2 goals scored by Laos in this match. As we have a look at that finish yet again, which is poor as you'll get from Martins, who would have done much better if he had set it up for Murillo, who was just ahead of him. The 2 goals scored by Laos in this match have come from counter-attacks, with Timor-Leste desperate to get themselves on the score sheet. And both times, the Timor-Leste defenders have all gone concentrated on one spot and left the centre or the far end wide open. It was the case for the first goal for Futasai. The second for Sukafon. They all put their concentrations into midfield, and the breakout from Sena Konvieng from Aponya. This came right through for Sukafon. Once he stole 2 yards away from his marker, he was always going to be bearing down on goal against the goalkeeper. And with the form that he's in, there was only going to be one outcome from that. Ankisu, Marquinhos. Murillo runs after this. A keeper is nowhere to be found. And finally managed to spread himself and pounce on the ball just in time before Murillo could do anything about it. Murillo's unhappy that he's taking forever to get up. Futavi ensures that there is a cover so that the Timor-Leste players do not go on down there and try to haul the player up. Marquinhos yet again gets himself involved in this. He's already on a yellow card, remember. There you go, nothing in it at all. Goalkeeper's just buying time now. Chini Budmale take the place of Vilayut Seabunsu. Well, that's more of a defensive protection for this Laotian side. There he is, Tini Male, number 21. Will come on as a substitute as well in the match against Brunei, just to protect the 2-goal advantage that they had, and he comes onto the pitch with exactly that now, a 2-goal advantage for the Laotians, trying to maintain their 100% record in these qualifiers. Just in case you're not too familiar, the winner of the qualifiers will go into Group B with Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand. Runners-up will go into Group A with Vietnam, Indonesia and the Philippines. So it looks as if Group B is the tougher group in that stance. Might come to a point when, even though Myanmar and Laos, well, they had qualified already by the time they play each other on Monday, might be Laos trying to let Myanmar win that match in order for them to finish in second spot and avoid the tougher group. Myanmar themselves happy to allow the match to be played out to a 1-all draw or a 0-0 draw, so that they don't have to face the tougher opponents. I don't know, it'll be a farce if that happens. Very much akin to what happened in the 1998 ASEAN Football Championships. In order to avoid the host nation Vietnam, Indonesia and Thailand just trying to score own goals in that game. Marquinhos, another hopeful ball, easily watched by Saison. Probably has been the best player on the pitch. Saison, Kongsamna, very impressed with him and his combination with Ketsada Suksavan. I'm sure the ball's been towed away from Kongsavan Siavong. Navi all the way back to Tini Male. Fonseca, Tini Male does well. Steal it away from his opponent. Saison, Ketsada is free. Loses the captain. Saina Konbeng, Tini Male. This is pretty football at the moment from Laos. Hit with too much power. Trying to release the run of Savan Siavong. Sukafon onside and free. Only for a moment. Clever pass. Kongsavan, Sukafon. Tini Male. No hurries, no worries. All the way back. Let's build it up all over again with Saison. Puts aside to Ketsada. Martins first to get there ahead of Kongsavan. Decides to keep it in play. Yet again feeding on scraps. "15 minutes remain. Laos on their way to the main stage of the Suzuki Cup yet again. Diogo wanting his keeper to play and then calmly just putting it aside for Fonseca. Mangisu. Aurelio. Nothing else he could have done except to go backwards. Eusebio. Marquinhos. Castillo. Gisu, poor ball from him. Yet again, another attack peters out. He's lacking in ideas. He took a chance then to try to dribble it around. Timor-Leste players. It's going to be a free kick, and Murillo saying time and time again, I've been chopped down, but you haven't at all given a warning to the Laotian players. Martins. Fonseca. Oh, it's played behind Ankisu. Eusebio retrieves. They're flat out tired, the Timorese. You can tell there's not much movement up front at all. The Laotian defense are just happy to allow them to keep the ball, play it around in these areas. Marquinhos. Diogo will use his strong frame to bully himself clear. It's going to be a goal kick. That's what the assistant referee says. Well, he was watching it all the way, so he's got no excuse to make a wrong decision then. Anywhere would do from Casillo. So there was to it. It's just preventing. Then remonstrating with the referee. He felt that Lara should have touched the ball. Martin's also on a yellow card, so he's got to watch. Senekambieng. Good work by Senekambieng. Wins the free kick. Just squeezed himself in between two challengers. That's just another sign that the Timorese are just getting tired, because with their size, it's almost impossible for you to just squeeze yourself in between those two challengers like that. None of them offered up their body or any sort of a shoulder shove to get Senekambieng out of the way. One more substitution for the Laotians. Litidet will be replaced by Woodkavi, an unfortunate teenager who lost his spot. He's a right back to Senekambieng from Apanya in this match. He's needed there just to add more steel in midfield. Playing just ahead of Apanya. Kitsara. Casillo is blasting it away, saying to Kitsara, find a better header next time. And she does, almost. That's going to be a free kick. Well, every time they pick themselves right back up, the Timorese try to take a quick free kick and catch the Laotians off guard. Laotians have been more alert, fitter to the situation. There's a lack of mobility up front from Timor-Leste. So just couldn't get it moving. Murillo, that's all he has been able to do, hold the ball up for as long as possible and nothing else. Fonseca, still Fonseca, passed up the chance for an early cross. Casillo just goes backwards at the moment. Martins. Good strong body work by Adelino. He's onside, Murillo. Murillo, oh, that's a disappointing finish. Should have just blasted it from the moment he got it, one touch, and then released the shots, but instead he took one too many touches, which forced him way wide of goal. The keeper had come across to cover in time already, bravely, you have to add, from Sukdavi. Control by Timor-Leste, another ominous sign of fatigue. So it's yet another Suzuki Cup qualifying campaign where they came in and think this is going to be our year. Yes, we're going to create history this time around. They started the campaign so very well with a 4-2 victory against Brunei. They should have beaten Myanmar. May we add, they should have beaten Myanmar. They had just taken their chances in that match. That they should have beaten Cambodia. Leading by 2-0 with 20 minutes remaining. Conceded 3, they lost that one. All of a sudden, the momentum was lost along with that defeat to Cambodia. And that won that game. 7 points, even if they'd lost this one. Myanmar and Laos would still have to play the final match, with Myanmar looking to sneak a victory in that one, or at least a draw. So they only have themselves to blame, Timor-Leste. Murillo once again asked to chase. Saison and Ketsada, 2 of them have kept him in their pockets. Into the pocket of space. Going to be a free kick. Even a yellow card surely for Castillo. Futhi just dragging back the youngster Buktavi. They're gloss in the scoreline. The answer is no. Sukaphon. Oh, he was stamped on. By accident, perhaps. Still, he was stamped on. Yellow card, this time for an incident that was committed very forward, and they're losing their heads and their discipline now, Timor-Leste. Medellino, the latest to go into the referee's books. Well, it says here it's Eusebio Almeida. That challenge that was made there. Well, it's an anti-climax, I guess, for the neutral. And it comes down to a Monday where both games kick off at the same time between Brunei and Cambodia, and then Myanmar and Laos. They were expecting it to hopefully at least some qualification matters to decide that final game between Myanmar and Laos, but it's not going to happen now. It would if Cambodia had held their nerves and held Myanmar to a draw. It would mean that Myanmar would have to win against the Laotians. But tonight, in 5 minutes' time, we will confirm the two qualifiers are yet again, just like it was in 2012, Laos and Myanmar. Myanmar won the group in 2012, Laos came in second. Might be different this time around though. The Laotians top of the group, looking to stay that way. Sukhafon bullied out of it by Martins. Just came charging right in to win the ball back. Fonseca. Here comes Casillo. Adelino. Marquinhos. Back to Casillo. Marquinhos. Aurelio. Gisu. Chiquito, who we've seen so little of since he's come on at halftime. He's been a peripheral figure in the game. Here's Chiquito. Ball was snatched away from him yet again. At least they're trying to sign off from the 2014 qualifiers with their heads held high. Trying to get a goal back in this Timor-Leste. Diogo, always rising. Martins charging right back, referees allowed play to go on. Sina Convic will keep this in play. Moves out. Pass came off the Laotian player. Gisu. Good work by the substitute. Muntabi. Sukhafon. Magnificent control. Almost a touch of a pass. Saban. Too intricate, too much movement and too many players in the same spot. Gisu, Eusebio wants the ball back, squared to him, and he gets it back. Marquinhos just ahead of him. Two central midfielders though, finding to steal yards, bring the ball further forward. Chiquito, Gisu, Fonseca it is, side by side with him. Here is Fonseca. Head down though. They get their head up, there's nobody inside the penalty box looking to make any sort of run behind the Laotian defense, so they refuse to these long-range strikes, which are never even close to troubling the goalkeeper. Another disappointing effort, this time from Casillo de Souza. Minute remaining, Laos, the back of some fervent partisan home support, are through to the Suzuki Cup main stage. Yet again, they keep up their exemplary record always making it to the group stages. Now to finally get a victory, which they haven't done since 2004. It's the last time that they won the group stages. That was against Cambodia. So 10 years in the making. Hopefully Laos will make it right this time, whether they get drawn in Group A or Group B. Group A will be played in Vietnam. Group B will be played in Singapore. Hopefully they'll get Kampeng Sayavuti good enough for the group stages as well, because it did look pretty bad the way he looked out of it earlier on. 4 added minutes. Sukaphon is still hungry for more goals. Sukaphon, he sets it up and tees it beautifully. Didn't run in time though. Oh, the finish was pretty poor from Khonsavan, who was in an onside position. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Would have preferred it on his left foot, but still he had to put the shot beyond the defender in front of the goalkeeper and put it into the back of the net at least. Disappointing effort by Khonsavan Sihavong. It was his goal, of course, against Cambodia that really started this Laotian trail. He will forever be remembered for that. Sukaphon. Offside, just offside. Not so often that you catch Sukaphon. Of course, players on the pitch in offside position. So just moved the yard too slow. Fonseca. All the way back to Anvisu. They called the Osol Nascent. It's a nickname for the Timor-Leste football team, which means the rising sun. They have shown that they have been rising the Southeast Asian football standards year after year, tournament after tournament. Yet again they fall short. They've shown in this tournament that they're still not ready yet for the big time. Laotians certainly have manipulated the draw such that they have found themselves in a very good position, playing 2 easy games, getting the rest day. They've definitely earmarked Myanmar and Timor-Leste as the teams that will be their closest challengers. That's the reason why Myanmar will be playing 4 match days in a row, and Timor-Leste 4 match days in a row, and they meet them at the tail end of the 4 match days in a row. It's worked a treat for them. And now their final match against Myanmar, totally inconsequential. Only the standings, of course, first or second to play for in that game. Chance for consolation from Timor-Leste. They don't even get that. Ball is kept in play. No one attacking that knockdown. Easy for the goalkeeper to get to. Sukdavi has certainly earned his wages tonight. It's his first clean sheet playing for Laos. Diogo Santos happy just to earn the free kick. Fine Murillo, who is in an offside position. Gets himself booked unnecessarily. For petulance. So we look forward to the Suzuki Cup, although there's 1 match day left on Monday. can safely say now that we look forward to the Suzuki Cup. All 8 teams are in the pot now. Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Myanmar and Laos. They're in, only to play for the top 2 positions of the qualifiers. Laos keep their 100% record. They've qualified yet again for the main stages of the Suzuki Cup, and David Booth has led them through just like he did here in Vientiane in 2010. They've beaten a tired-looking outfit in Timor-Leste, who sorely missed their 2 big players who have had to return to Kuwait in Rodrigo Sosa and Patrick Fabiano. But even then, they could have had an early lead if Murillo had taken his 2 chances in the opening minutes of the first half. He didn't. They paid the price for it. Futasai Kochalan scoring the goal after coming on as a substitute for Kampeng Sayavuti, and sealing the victory was Sukapon Vongchenkap with his 4th goal of the tournament. Laos are through to the next stage. They keep their 100% record after a 2-0 victory against Timor-Leste.